This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, I'm Megan Shepard. It's great to have you with us. Topping news, the Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, are part of a high-level investment mission to Dubai this week. It is the latest move by the government to attract new capital and investment to the Bahamas. The delegation, headed by Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, left on Friday. The delegation includes a Financial Services and Trade Minister, the Honorable Ryan Pinder, the Minister for Environment and Housing, the Honorable Kendra Dorset, State Minister for Investments in the Office of the Prime Minister, the Honorable Kailis Rule, and Senator Jerome Gomez. Additionally, officials from those ministries and the Ministries of Transport and Aviation, Tourism, as well as representatives from the Grand Bahama Port Authority and the Bahamas Maritime Authority are also making that trip. This trade mission is a follow-up to a diplomatic trip made by Minister Mitchell late last year to initiate the establishment of formal diplomatic ties with that region of the world that is renowned for its disposable wealth, keen interest in culture, tourism, development, and its world-class telecommunications infrastructure, in addition to its emphasis on planning. While in Dubai, the group will meet with government officials and business leaders in the areas of tourism, port development, financial services, the environment, telecommunications, and technology. The Okeanos Heart Institute is a new investment project on Grand Bahama that is scheduled to bring additional employment to the island in the coming months. Executives in the project say the opportunities for employment will not be restricted to the field of health. The Okeanos Heart Institute will be looking to open its doors here on Grand Bahama in early 2014. Senior Vice President of Marketing at the Heart Institute, Erica Mangrum, telling members of the business community that Grand Bahama was chosen as a site for this medical investment for a number of reasons. She commends the government for its initiative in hosting debates on the stem cell issue.
People here understand hospitality. You're in the tourism business and taking care of people, nurturing people that are coming here to visit. You've got the beauty of the island. You also have the whole world watching this effort right now. Even before we opened, the International Stem Cell Society organization, which is a nonprofit organization, is holding a global conference here at the Grand Lucayan, and that'll be in January.
Mangrum says that the Institute will be looking to hire a number of persons in various fields, ranging from transport services, landscaping, catering, hospitality professionals, and even insurance agents. She says while medical professionals will also be needed, they are looking for persons who have a passion for caring for patients at the facilities.
We'll need from housekeeping services, we'll need an administrative director to be in charge of the facility. We will need a couple of patient coordinators to talk to people on the telephone before they come and see if they look like they might be a candidate, to get the records in so that the medical team can review it and help to coordinate the trip. Reception, administrative assistants, schedulers. We'll need a hospitality manager. We'll need a human resources manager, someone that understands the laws and employment practices.
Now, Mangrum says that the company plans to host a job fair soon, and they hope to have most, if not all, positions filled by January of next year.
If you are interested, or you know somebody who is interested, all of these, you could send something into jobs@okeanos.com. And Okeanos is OKYANOS.
The Okeanos Heart Institute will be housed in the Commercial Center on the Mall Drive. A key player in Grand Bahama's industrial sector continues to invest resources in the training of young Bahamians. Under the theme, Developing Effective Leaders in a Diverse Industry, this past Friday, the company held its 9th annual apprenticeship graduation and award ceremony at the Pelican Bay Resort. Joan Davis-Rowe reports.
Government officials, local executives, family and friends all on hand to witness a momentous occasion in the lives of the Grand Bahama Shipyard's latest group of local apprentices. The group receiving the rewards of their labor during the special event celebrating their academic strides and professional development. Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Obi Wilshcombe, says the program is critical to Grand Bahama as the ship repair industry prepares to take off.
I feel very proud, actually, when you consider that since 2001, the ship repair has been a part of the Grand Bahama economy, and the fact that they are preparing now for even major and larger ships to come to Grand Bahama. And when you consider the fact that we started off with many concerns about the preparation of Bahamians to, in fact, carry on the industry, and now what you see is that the Bahamians are being prepared. This graduating class is absolutely outstanding, knowing that you have at least 2 specialists who have now been able to receive their 4-year diplomas. So I think what we're seeing now is the potential of a huge industry.
The Grand Bahama Shipyard CEO Carl Rothridge says the event is not only a proud moment for the company, but for the country.
We take a lot of pride in educating these youngsters from the Bahamas into our trades, and they are much needed in order to build the future of the yard.
The shipyard's executive vice president Reuben Bird stated that the program is indicative of Grand Bahama Shipyard's commitment to the further training and development of this island's youth.
We've got so much, and we continue to expand and develop the leadership program and the apprenticeship program, and it will be an evolving process until I'm sure it'll never stop.
Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
More Cuban migrants found in Bahamian waters. 29 Cubans were intercepted in the area of Calsal this past Friday and were brought to Grand Bahama for processing. The group of 25 males, including a 15-year-old boy and 4 females, were flown to New Providence yesterday, where they will be housed at the detention center. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition continues after this.
Bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
High school students on Grand Bahama gearing up for a 2-day career fair, but it isn't your ordinary career fair. This one will cater to industrial, technical, and maritime training. Organized by the Ministry of Grand Bahama, the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Youth in conjunction, and the Falcons Boys Club, the fair will equip the students with the information needed when it comes to selecting a career. Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Michael Darville, says the career fair will position students to take a full advantage of opportunities to come on stream.
With our Deepwater Harbor, we anticipate increased opportunities in the maritime as well as industrial sector. This would mean jobs, and you're fully aware that Grand Bahama is the industrial capital of the Bahamas, and we see more jobs becoming available in the industrial sector, particularly with the flow of these post-Panamax vessels in and out of Grand Bahama, and opportunities. And once we prepare our students, then we don't need to worry about expat visas, because our students will be trained. And so they will go into the workforce and they will be in a position to capitalize on the employment opportunities that will become available.
The career fair planned for the Grand Lucania Resort on Wednesday and Thursday has been in making for the past 5 months. Deputy Director of Education Sandra Edgecombe says principals and organizers are excited about what this could mean for the youth of Grand Bahama.
We're looking forward to all of our schools participating and all of our students getting the necessary information that they would need to make the right choices as they begin their careers in the 9th grade. And so even as we set out this year, we hope that next year, with a little bit more planning and tweaking, that we'll be able to have an even bigger and greater event, and realize that we have Grand Bahama schools extend even to Bimini and to Grand Key and Sweetings Key. And
the career fair will be held Wednesday and Thursday between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Executives of the National Drug Council on Grand Bahama for a special event. The national initiative that has placed this island's youth in the spotlight has attracted international attention. Joan Davis-Roll has more.
Taking a picture is all about the moment.
There's a saying that a picture paints 1,000 words, and it's these pictures that have led to some outstanding students from Grand Bahama being dubbed the creme de la creme by the internationally renowned National Geographic Society. A select group of students were a part of a special photo camp held in Eleuthera, and now the award-winning photos depicting the natural landscape of the Bahamas, its flora and fauna, are on display at an exhibition mounted at the Sir Charles Haywood Library. On hand for the opening was the director of the National Drug Council, Dr. Bridget Roll.
We had a selection process where 22 brilliant minds were selected to participate in a camp at Cape Eleuthera at the Island School. And we brought in persons from the National Geographic Society who gave them a thorough lesson on how to take photographs, what to look for, how to use lighting, some of the different techniques, and how to appreciate what they see behind the lens of a camera. And I must say that those persons from the National Geographic Society was so impressed with our students. I mean, they were thoroughly impressed. This was the first time that they'd ever done a camp outside the continental United States.
Former veteran educator Joseph Darville says the camp proved to be a life lesson for many of the young participants who uncovered their hidden God-given talents.
Just observing the way they interacted with our young people and our young people interacting with them was a treasure in my mind, because here they were only, between the ages of 12 and 14. I think one was probably 15. And they knew how to communicate with adult people, professional people.
Executive Director of the Sir Charles Haywood Library, Geneva Rutherford, was excited. Our participants are thrilled to see their work get local and international attention.
One of the magnificent things is so many sceneries from a beautiful island in our country, Eleuthera. But the type of photography is just incredible.
Our environment is what makes the Bahamas beautiful. And if we waste it or misuse it, then we won't have anything to look forward to.
My experience at the Island School was wonderful. I learned a lot of new things, especially with the conservation of water and the conch, because we eat a lot of conch and we don't realize that when we get it so young, it doesn't have time to reproduce, and then soon we're going to be all out of conch.
Joan Davis Roll, ZNS Network News.
Grand Bahama to host a big culinary expo next month. It is another attempt to show the importance of the culinary arts in the tourism industry. They are calling it a meeting of the minds. Shishina Roll fills us in.
The Culinary Food and Beverage Expo will present food lovers with a display from countries all around the world. Residents will get the opportunity to see firsthand what Grand Bahama has available in the restaurant industry. Some of the biggest names like Redbeard's Pub, Flying Fish, and Agave are excited to be a part of this extravaganza.
We're going to bring a good sampling of all of our food. Well, not all, but our more popular items that we saw on the menu quite often, and a few surprises in there as well. And want everybody to be able to have a taste of what Redbeard's is like.
Not everybody always wants to come to eat fine dining. Not everybody always wants to go to a pub. Sometimes they want something different. After school, the kids can go, they can have yogurt, and on the weekends they need dessert. And there's going to be people at this event who can provide everything that you need in your culinary needs.
Being the start of the season with Sunwing getting ready to start, it gives us an opportunity to really try some new things and showcase to the rest of the island what we can do.
The expo will offer food enthusiasts an opportunity to sample a variety of food, drinks, and view cooking demonstrations. And for those who love sweets, you won't be left out. Representatives from Something Sweet Cakes, Island Yogurt, and Sweet Affairs will be on hand to take care of all of your sweet cravings.
We feel the need to really just put our name out there a bit more. Being a smaller business, people still don't really know that much about us. Thankfully, for the internet and other forms of media, we're getting our name out there more, but we just want to attract more business and kind of take this thing as big as it can go.
We have over 50 toppings. It's low-fat, ladies, for you who you want something, but you're always watching those calories. You come into Island Yogurt. It's low-calorie. You get your fruits, And when I was offered to be a part of this, I was more than happy. People always say on this island, there's nothing to do. Well, you have something to do.
We want to feature what we can do in the upcoming season, whether it be office parties, personal house parties, from sweet to appetizers, different things like that.
Wine lovers will also enjoy the expo. Shipyard Cafe and a man regarded as Grand Bahama's best mixologist will also be participating.
We are trying to get that wine bar part out there, because a lot of persons come for breakfast, but never really, know that, hey, the wine bar is right there, maybe we can come back again this evening and, just kick back and relax.
What I'm pushing out there is more exotic drinks than normal, kamikazes, mojitos, even my own homemade sangria and all that stuff.
This event is expected to be a big one, so grand that attendees will be able to sample food and drinks on all 3 floors at Pelican Bay. The Culinary Fusion Expo will be held on November 9th at the Pelican Bay Resort beginning at 9 p.m. Shashina Rule, ZNS Network News.
Don't go away, Ricardo Lightborn is up next with sports.
Hey everybody, it's Sports Time. I'm Ricardo Lightborn. This one goes out to Akira K. Lang. She's celebrating, and she is not a Dolph fan. She don't want to be around that dead team. Well, Domino's Pizza, Coca-Cola, Sydney Boys Tip-Off Basketball Classic winding down. St. George's Gym, Tabernacle, Sunland went at it. Let's go courtside. The Tabernacle Falcons and Sunland Stingers on court, and what a doozy of a ball game. The Falcons with the ball and the fast break. Good control by Tabby. The Stingers had the facts alls working in their favor. That's called a tray. Stingers ball to pass to the forward, but watch the Falcons shot blocker go after this one. Then that prompted the Stingers to revert to that perimeter game. 40-32 your score in the ball game. The Falcons went to their speed, the fast break, and the run of the Stingers. The Sunland Stingers are big inside. They earned every point the hard way. The Falcons came right at the Stingers and attacked the rim. The results were positive. The Stingers of Sunland are a well-coached team and took the action right back at those Falcons. The Falcons of Tabernacle escape with a 56-44 win. The Stingers bit the bullet, but is still a lot of basketball to be played in the tip-off. We'll get this, folks. The Final Four is tonight. Sunland on court right now playing Tabernacle again in a rematch of that, and they will move on to the finals. Whoever wins, Maroc, they're going to take on St. George's on the flip side of that, and they'll play the championships, and that's all set for tomorrow night. We'll wait and see. Megan is on pins and needles. I tell you what, that's a look at sports tonight. Megan, don't have a heart attack. We'll be right back.